Hey guys, and welcome back with another Rise of Mordor battle for you today, and we have a glorious 2v2 as we have the Eastlings and Dunland fighting off against Erebor and the Men of Dale. So we've got the classic alliance of Dale and Erebor fighting side by side once again, and they are facing their old nemesis, the Eastlings. And in this time we've got Dunland as well joining in. It seems like it's I don't know, an interesting strategy. We're going to see two evil factions fighting off against two good factions. Dunland, an interesting faction to bring, but a pretty strong faction. Got a lot of shock infantry, some pretty solid swords. So it'll be interesting to see how they can match up. Look like they're going to be taking on Dale over here with these watch post sentries, forming shield wall already. And as you can see, I mean, don't often see watch post sentries being brought because they are kind of a bit crappy. But it'll be interesting to see how they do in today's battle. I mean, they're going to struggle against the swords here. But as you can see, they are already engaging. And there you go, the first combat of the day. Dunland taking on Dale. But yeah, there you go. As you can see already, Dunland skins a few easy kills, early kills. And it's going to be already some dwarven shock infantry being thrown in. I don't know if this is a little bit too early to be sending these guys in, but clearly they feel like they need to be thrown in. We've still got some warriors of the Red Mountains being thrown in. But it's been a little bit of a while since we've seen Erebor, certainly in a siege battle. It's been a little while since we've seen a siege itself for Rise of Mordor. But it's good to be back, and it's good to see Erebor once again in the field. But yes, if you're enjoying seeing Rise of Mordor on the channel and would like to see some more, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're new around here, and feel free to leave a comment to show your support. As always, guys, it's very much appreciated. As you can see, we've got dwarven infantry already cutting down these Dunland men, trying to turn the balance of power in favour of the forces of good on this little ridge that they've got going on. Yes, we are fighting on Tarnos today, a pretty cool map. It seems like you can attack from over here, like on this side of the map, but it seems like the attackers both decided to attack from the same side, so it makes it kind of obviously no surprises for the defenders as to where they're coming from. But you can obviously attack from this ridge up here, and it seems like the attackers are planning to do so. I think there is also a ridge on this side, yeah, which I've never actually seen anyone use, but it's a way straight into the final cap point. I think you can come up here. Actually, no. You know what? I don't know if you can. Kind of interesting if you could come straight up this ridgeline here and just go straight into the cap point, but it doesn't look like you can. Not like on this side. But anyway, I'm chatting on. And it seems we've got the Eastling infantry getting ready to set up. They're going to be able to face Erebor axe warriors on a shield wall. That is going to be pretty rough. And it seems like that's the same just across the entire front at the moment. There's a lot of Erebor axe warriors. So yeah, it's going to be a tough fight if they're going to even try and get through there. I mean, one of the strong things is that they're like Erebor's archers aren't that great. Their infantry's really good. Their archers are not that great though. And they seem like they brought just bows. They don't look like they brought any crossbows. So they're going to kind of struggle there. But as you can see, the Dalian infantry has prevailed for now, along with the dwarves. They lost a few casualties each. Dunland has decided to retreat. He's taken a few like about 40 men in casualties there. But we've got Dunherd Chosen now coming up. I did say Dunland is renowned for its shock infantry. Dunherd Chosen here, one of those units. And they have a throwing axe ability as well. And as you can see, the the Dalian archers back here, Marksman and Dale are going to start to focus down these Dunherd Chosen, and they have very low armor. So I mean, the arrows come in. These guys are going to do. These arrows are going to do damage. It's not going to be too long until these guys are going to get vaporized. They need to get these shock infantry into the combat straight away because they're going to start to take casualties. They're actually retreating. They'd be better just sending in the shock infantry. But there you go. First few losses there. One man down. He's got arrows pierced through him. Yeah, he's getting shot up. They should. They need to hold fire. They need, not hold fire. They need to hang back, sending in their shock infantry till these archers are out of ammo. Once these guys are out of ammo, like this choke point here is just free for the taking for that shock infantry. So they need to be a bit more patient, a little bit more patient. But as you can see, these things now taking their time. They're storming in all their troops. Got the Varrigs here, the newly done Varrig archers. Got all the Loki rim as well, looking glorious. Look at them running in. But yes, this was sent in by a member of my Discord, so if you want to send in your own replays to feature on the channel, you just want to get involved in some battles, some streams for either Rise of Mordor or for any Total War, the link for that Discord is down below in the description, and I hope to see some of you guys joining. It would be really great. We are nearly getting towards 800 like members on the Discord, and I'm really looking forward till we get that. It's a nice little milestone. As you can see, actually there are some crossbows here. They've got a few Erebor crossbows. I didn't think they'd bring many, but they have brought some. And I guess they're going to focus down these barracks. Yeah, they want to try and like kill off the enemy's archers, which is not a bad idea. Because archers are so key in the siege for certainly like late game when you get to like the end and there's like, if there's like pole arms or something you got to break through in a choke point, you need archers to try and kill those pole arms. As you can see, the crossbows having to retreat as Loki Grim come rushing forward. If I was the dwarves, I'd be charging as well. You don't want to let your crossbows get caught out here, but here you go. Dwarves now engage Loki Rim. I mean, this is not a fight that Loki Rim are going to win, I don't think. These dwarves in shield wall, like, Erebor axes fight to, like, such low numbers. And they're so good. They're already tipping over Loki Rim. It's going to need at least 2 or 3 waves to break through these dwarves. Unless they start using, like, archers or bring up shock infantry or pole arms. Yeah, they're going to really struggle to get through there. Seems like over on this side as well, the Dunland is going to use his archers. And he's probably going to just try and focus on the shock infantry, I think. He's going to try and just kill these guys. Which is not a bad play. If the Dalian player is going to shoot his shock infantry, he'll shoot the dwarven shock infantry. So really, really good moves here. And you can see Dale's firing ammo. He wants to try and kill these Dunherd archers before they can do any damage to the shock infantry. But the shock infantry is going to try and protect itself inside the spears. And hopefully it can sort of protect itself. We'll see, though. We will see. But we'll go back over to this side where all the action is starting to take place. Seems like the Eastlings are now the ones that are going to be taking the brunt of the defense. Or the dwarves are taking the brunt of the attack, you could argue. Yeah, the dwarves only taking 3 losses here. I mean, they've already inflicted nearly 20 here. So you can see sort of the ratio that's going on. And Loki are in break a lot earlier as well than the dwarven infantry does. So there's no chance that they're going to win this fight. As it currently stands, if nothing changes, no other like units get sent in or anything gets pulled out, there's no way that the dwarves are losing this fight. That's to be expected. As you can see, numbers and balance of power. I mean, the allies, the defenders, have lost barely any men. They've got 4,200 men, and they're fighting against an army of about 4,600. So I mean, they're pretty evenly matched. As you can see, the dwarves have like got very little in the way of reserves, and I mean, all these troops over here, I feel like these are a bit unnecessary. All being sat here. Really, they could probably have like 1 unit in this choke point here, maybe. I don't know. Actually, no, they're kind of smart because if you retreat from here and you just defend here, they can just loop all the way around. Can the attackers? But Dale seems like he's got a lot of reserves. Dale's got plenty of reserves, and the dwarves got a few. But it seems like the dwarves are kind of taking on the front line duties. And already arrows are coming in now, so we've got barracks. You can see trying to get a little bit of an angle here, trying to shoot into these Erebor axes. And they're trying to do some damage, but as you can see, Loki and Mason are already losing decisively in this fight here. It's not a fight they can win. At the moment, anyway. Maybe they will. Maybe the barracks will change that with their volleys that they're firing in, but who knows? It's like a battle of gold versus silver here. Golden armor of Loki Rim against silver armor of Erebor. But I mean, really, it's iron. It's iron armor. The dwarves only battle in iron. Yeah, Loki Rim both losing that fight. Looks like, I don't know. It looks like we're gonna see Dunland charging in some places as well. But I mean, Dunland could charge in here against Spear Militia. This is a weak point. And also, I mean, you could probably, if you were clever enough, you could try and, I don't know if you can, but you could see if you can get units through these woods here and flank around. I mean, Dale has got a lot of troops here, but I feel like you want to attack where Dale is and not where Erebor is to start with. Because you can see, like, the Loki Rim are getting messed up. They're having to send in fresh units here. As I said, these guys are going to take a couple of waves of infantry to kill off. The dwarves here battling away. I love getting down at like their view, seeing what's going on. Yeah, the barracks already used up a lot of their ammo here. Look at this, barely any left, and they've done a bit of damage to these Erebor axes, but they're winning still. They're still doing a really good job. So yeah, they're gonna have to think of some better moves over there. Dunland already wavering on this side as well. What has happened here? These are the Dunland chosen. I presume they're getting just messed up by archers. They got messed up by archers. But as you can see, it's not looking too great. I mean, these dwarves are going to hold on for now, but how long that'll change? These Dunland archers here, I imagine, will just focus them down eventually. But yeah, Dunland here seems like he's making progress, and to be honest, there's not much after this. I mean, over here we've got some Dalian swords, and we've got mansion claimers. They're like the next line of defense once they come all the way around here. So like this is just the initial defense, and after this, once you've beaten this, you're kind of already at the cap point. But I mean, in fairness, Dunland's not got masses. He sends some Blood Avengers up that way as well, so they'll be good, and some more swords. But yeah, he's kind of looking a bit thin on the ground already there. Now I have to just take it slow, try and focus units down. There you go, you can see, look at that, sword's being broken. They're going to have to maybe retreat their archers or send the swords up just to protect the archers. Once these archers, I feel like, kill these warriors of the Red Mountains, I feel like you can send in the Blood Avengers, you could clear up everything else quite easily. But we will see. And already, oh, look at this, Dalian's sending Ravanian Regents down. You're getting a really good charge on these Locuria Macemen, already down to 69 men. Like, look at the amount of dead here. Just murder them all. No, that's not good at all. And you can see here, Spear Militia being broken by the Dunherd swords. So as I said, this is probably the weakest spot in the line to get through. It is just merely Spear Militia. Just some guys given a spear and a shield and told to go and fight. They're probably fishermen. Or maybe merchants that just got roped in to fight for Dale's cause. The old and the frail, sent to fight and die. They should break him. Dale needs to think. Yeah, Dale is now setting stuff up. He's sending up some Dalian swords. Maybe he wants to do that a little bit earlier, but he should just block this choke point off just in time. Looks like he's going to hold sort of here. Don't know, he's going to hold. It looks like he's doing a weird angle going in here, but there you go. Whatever you want, whatever floats your boat. They are going to take that, and we've got Blood Avengers now coming off the wall here. Look like they're going to just capture some towers. But here we go, big push from up here as well. They've got Blood Avengers coming back in. They're going to storm in. You can see the Dwarves now also getting a bit of a charge as well. And here we go. This is going to be the decider who wins this flank up here. I can hear the towers crumbling. Now that's killed a whole bunch of men, hasn't it? Yeah. Dunland's just like lost a whole unit of infantry there. And this one down to 42. Really big mistakes there by Dunland. Oh my gosh. So many Dunland swords. They're just getting murdered. That is just a sad, sad sight. Really, really is. And you can see here, look at this. Look at this. The Dwarves still hold strong, 86 and 75. These units are getting banged up. They're going to, like I said, it takes 2 or 3 waves to get through these Erebor halberdiers here now. I'll be using, use the Varrigs. Get them. This is a mistake by the Dwarves. Get the Varrigs to focus down those halberds. But you can see on this side now is where the flanking's going on. The Dwarves are going to attack on this flank. They fancy their chances on the attack. And I don't blame them. It's not the worst odds in the world. They are fighting a very weak Locuria unit at the moment with a healthy axes. And already, I mean, the Eastlings have got like no more swords. They've got wards of rune. They've got some halberdiers. Obviously, their archers are pretty decent in melee, but they've got to be careful. And look at this. They've actually managed to catch out the Erebor crossbows. This is a bit of a win for the Eastlings. A little bit of a win catching these crossbows who have a lot of ammo. And look at that as well. We also got a big push up here now by the Eastling cavalry. They try to rush in and do some damage to these Dalian swords. They may want to try and get a charge on these Erebor shock infantry here. I mean, they are shock infantry is really vulnerable to cavalry, and you can see, yeah, that is what they're going to do. They're going to push in here, hit these shock infantry. It wasn't the greatest charge in the world. I've seen better. And they're getting actually kind of focused down now by Javies. You've got the Rivermen here doing their best, and they're going to rush into them instead. That's not a bad idea to be fair. Oh, no, it seems like it did a lot of pain to the Varag Lancers, who are now getting spiked up. They're getting filled with javelins right now. Yeah, this is not a healthy place for those Cav to be. They need to get out of there. You can hear how those Rivermen barely just getting casualties, actually. Their Javi volley kind of stopped that cavalry charge in its tracks. And yeah, the Warriors of Red Mountain barely lost a man as well. Oh, Lance is breaking at 34 men. That is painful to see. And those Blood Avengers as well really banged up, 77. But as you can see over here, Dunland has now won. He's already onto the final cap point with his attack there. He's also got a catapult, I just realised. Like a full catapult. That's going to be handy for late game. So that's kind of a good asset to be bringing up. We've also got Bane of the Steppe going in. He's looking trying to do some damage against the Erebor Axe Warriors here. And Erebor is obviously going to be focusing down that general, making sure he can get as much damage done. Maybe get hopefully try and get a general snipe. That is unlikely in this day and age. At this point, that Bane of the Steppe has got lots of health. We see more and more waves of infantry going in. We've now got barrage archers going in as well. They're out of ammo, so send them in, boys. They're pretty good in melee. I don't know if they'll beat these Erebor axes, but more bodies in there is not the worst thing in the world. I mean, it's maybe concerning. It's not blobbing just yet, but it is getting a little bit concerning. Axes are breaking here, though. Or not breaking, they're losing. So that's good. Varrigs did return as well. That's excellent. They're going to need all the cav they can get, really, for like some good charges. But the Dwarves are such a bad faction to be charging against. You never seem to get many kills when doing it. You can see here, this is a really nice move. The Dwarves attacking here against Low Curim. And I have a feeling that these archers here, the archers of the Red Mountain, been focusing them down in the back. So yeah, that's a really, really nice little move they've got going on there. As you can see, you've got shock infantry versus shock infantry. Blood Avengers are an elite shock infantry, though. This is not a charge I don't think the Warriors of the Red Mountain really wanted to take on. But they decided to take it on. And they're losing to the Blood Avengers, who have their Isengard hand-me-downs. I love that. Like, just such a strange thing. It's like, yep, we don't need this equipment. Just take it. Just take it. But yes, they're armed with Isengard axes by the looks of it. They look like they're like sort of like half-orc axes. And then you've got like Isengard armor. But here we go. Look at this. Dale's actually going to like kind of push out a little bit. He's got his marksman here. They're doing some damage. Marksman there, focusing down the archers here, doing a bit of damage. I'll be shooting these Blood Avengers. You want to kind of shoot them. They're the balls going to do damage. These Dalian swords won't stop them. They may not even stop the Dunherd swords, to be honest. But yeah, it looks like Dunland's sending even more up here. I don't know. Oh no, maybe not. I thought he was sending more up. The sending that sword's a new appearance. But yeah, he's making some progress there. Over here though, not so much. And actually, those axes here have turned it around. I don't know why or how, but they've turned that around. You can see we've got halberds in here as well now. Erebor. We've also got shipmen being sent in. It's not a bad mix. Yeah, the halberds here will stop any attack in their track, as they should. It's a halberd's job. But yeah, look at this. I mean, it seems like same old, same old. This unit here was losing at one point. Now it's winning. This one's now losing. There's Erebor Axe. These Erebor Axes are going to have so many kills. I'm at least thinking 200, 300. Maybe more. Maybe more. They've stopped at least 2 waves of Eastlings. They may die with this one. In fairness, though, there's not much behind these dwarves. Once they break through here, like, once they kill these 2 units off, there is not much to stop these things. But I mean, these things are running a bit low on stuff themselves. Varag Warriors now coming up. Eastling's obviously another strong faction when it comes to shock infantry. Can bring plenty of it. Now they've got the newly done, new spanking look in Varag Warriors. They're in there now. Look at them. Looking like they're a nomadic faction of some sort. Looking amazing. That's what they are looking. Erebor is starting to lose on this front. I think because of the shock infantry getting sent in. Really struggling to hold that back. So that's obviously a good sign for the attackers if you're rooting for them. We've got Erebor halberdiers though that are now being sent up. They look like they've been focused down by archers. And these varrigs here need to start focusing them down once again. We've also got some Lake Town guards coming up. So they're going to really throw in the pole arms here to try and slow down this attack here. Because, I mean, Dale's kind of running a little short and stuff as well. I mean, he's got shipmen still come up there, but they're not really like a bit. They're maybe a match for Dunland swords, but they're not a match for Loki or him, that is for sure. The shipmen now trying to chase back with Dunherd swords. But, yeah, you can see that we've still got plenty of assets for the attackers to come in. They've still got shock infantry, still got plenty of archers, catapults, pole arms, shock. Yeah, they got lots. Cav. I mean, this is a dangerous push here because if the attackers just get archers onto the wall, all they have to do is get some archers onto the wall and they can focus down into the side. These two units of dwarves are dead. This is a bold push here. What are the numbers looking like? It's 2,900 against 2,700. Balance power has actually shifted a little bit, I'd say, in favour of the defenders. But I don't think the attackers are just out just yet. You can see they are going to go for a charge here into the dwarves, and they're just going to knock on their way through. That's a really good charge. That's a charge that you could then actually pull through if you wanted to. But we've also got Champion Reavers here doing a really good charge. We're going to see a response from the Ravanian Regents. I mean, these are both generals here for the attackers. They need to be careful. Pole arms coming up, and they're going to retreat their general. It looks like this one's going to go on though. Bane Steps is going deep in. He's going after crossbows. These crossbows need to be careful. And so does the cav though. Look at this. They're getting mown down by this crossbow unit. Yeah, that cav's actually kind of pretty banged up. It's losing as well. And now it's going to get surrounded by Ravanian Regents. This may be the end of the Eastling general, I think. And that's a bad sign because, I mean, dwarves can kind of do pretty well without a general. Dale certainly can't. But the Eastlings and Dunland, I'd say they're not going to do too well with the general either, without a general. They would need theirs. But yeah, this Bend the Step general is almost certainly dead. They've done a really good trap here. I don't know why they didn't do the same thing as Dunland's general. Just retreat back the way they came. I know they broke through, but it wasn't on. It wasn't, the breakthrough was not on. And there you go. Enemy general is dead. So that is now Eastlings without a general, and they still have a lot of assets left. They still have things like shock infantry. They have pole arms left. They have archers. Yeah, that's a real big mess. And there you go. Varrigs breaking here against the halberdiers. Those axes are still alive, by the way. They're down to 22 and 23 men. I did say they will fight to the last man almost. But as you can see here as well, it seems like both the attackers are just taking it a bit slower now. Just trying to focus down assets where they can. And it seems like they've also been forced back over here a little bit. It seems like the archers getting focused down was enough for the attackers to go, you know what, it's not worth it. But yeah, Dale's actually thrown up a lot more troops here. He's got some shipmen up here now. We've got Dale, he's also got Lake Town Guard up here. He's throwing a lot of resources up here. And we've also got Marksman of Dale, and we've still got the Mansion Reclaimer here as well. So yeah, it seems like Dale still has plenty of reserves, because it's just that he's just thrown up more up here, and I think this is more than enough now to deal with this Dunland incursion. But we will see. We've now got halberds moving here. Look at this. These halberds are in a lot of trouble as well, actually. They're getting mown down by both crossbows and also by cav. The cav's getting some pretty good flanking charges. I mean, this is a big risk. Like, the Champion Reavers here going in. Big risk, because this is a general unit. They didn't have to engage this unit. They could have just let the Ravanian Regents kill that pole arm, but they decided no. They decided that was not on. And now these Champion Reavers here are losing. They may lose their general. That'll be huge. If both these attackers lose their general at this point, it's huge. GG, you could say. They didn't. They're lucky. These crossbows, you can see, are desperate to try and hit them, though. They want to get another volley. What we got here? We've got Varrig warriors. They're focusing. You can see everyone's just trying to do some damage to Champion's Reaver. Get him outside the city. Get him safe. Here we go. Varrig's now going in. They're just going to chop down these archers. Easy kills. Feeding the Varrig's kills. Yeah, it seems like they're a bit short on like mainline infantry. Well, short as in is non-existent unless you're up here as Dunland. Like it's just down to shock. It's down to pole arms. They've got a little bit down here actually, but yeah, they're really short. They just need to, and the remaining units are very vulnerable to archers. They could do with rushing this wall of the rune into these crossbows here. Try and pin these crossbows down, stop them from coming out of combat. Looks like they are trying to do that. Let's turn the camera around so we get a nicer, lighter view. As you can see, they are chopping down these crossbows. We stand no chance of killing these wards of runes. It's like the most elite shock infantry these things have to offer against some crossbows of the dwarves. Yeah, not a fight they're winning. And you can see already, look at this, down to 40 men. I hope they're focusing down these late town guards, not the dwarves, because the dwarves are still not worth focusing down. But you can see they're actually retreating over here as Dale and the dwarves. It seems a little bit interesting. Men are wavering. It is in fact that unit there. That makes sense. But I don't know why they're not rushing over here. I know they have no general, but yeah, these crossbows here are just waiting to be taken out. I guess. Yeah, don't send the champion reavers up. Actually, that's a bad idea. We've got Rivermen coming up, we've got some archers coming up, but as you can see, Dale and dwarves are also thinking about retreating. They're not happy with the situation. How the heck did this cap point even go slightly evil? What has happened there? Who was up there that was taking the point? I don't know. But the Ravanian Regent's going back. That's not a bad idea. He's still really healthy. That's going to be a really big asset to the defenders. But as you can see, they're starting to retreat, starting to give a little bit more ground. Certainly mixing these Delian swords and the late time guards, try and just support that fight.
Men are running. Stand and fight, damn you!
And the archers are just getting sent to their deaths. I don't know why the defense are doing this. I mean, I'd hold on to my archers. You know, you don't know when you're going to need them. They may be useful for a little flanking move later on, instead of just sending them in to get to feed shock infantry easy kills, inflate their kill count. Like, Eastling shock infantry is going to do so well in this game, and it's because the archers have been feeding them kills. We're going to see a little, looks like a little hammer and anvil here by maybe the Dunland general. He needs to be careful though. There's still archers and javies and things around. Like these javies here, if they hadn't broken this late town guard here so quickly, they could have just javied that general. Now we've got barracks going in. They're going to just go and rip through these Dalian swords. We're going to try. I don't know if they've got the strength to do it, but we will see. No, seems like they don't. Varys is going to lose that fight. I mean, these javies here should be starting to javy down the walls of Rune. They could get a lot of damage done on them. I mean, they've not lost a single man, and they've probably got a bunch of kills on those archers. They're actually going to rush them in. These javies should be throwing their javies. Get some kills.
Our men have given up and are running for their lives.
But yeah, as you can see here, full retreat by the defenders. They're actually giving up the side entirely. I don't even think they had to really fight for this, the attackers, but they are. I'm pushing forward. What we've got here, some watch post sentries. I don't think these guys are going to hold too much, but we will see. Against Dunland swords, they may do okay. I mean, if they can get the get archers and javies just to fire down here, they've got a chance. Dunland retreats. Doesn't fancy the fight. Look at this, a lot of shock infantry getting thrown. You've got Dunland chosen in here now as well. Oh, artillery firing in and hitting its own troops and a few dwarves. But I wouldn't say this is really a worthwhile fight for them like firing at. Like, it's only one dwarven unit. And it's not well positioned, it's very flankable. All they have to do is kill this one Dalian sword off first. And then they can flank the dwarves, and then the attackers are in business. Once they will be really in business because like the defenders are really short on sort of any really good infantry. They've got no shock left. They have got pole arms left. They still have a decent amount of range, like certainly in the capacity of like javelins, and they've got these crossbows left, which have got a lot of ammo. But yeah, it's gonna be tough. It's gonna be tough. But the attackers are also pretty short on troops as well. They're running low. I mean, they've got a couple of units here. Why these Reviling Regents here haven't just charged into the Locrian Marchers, I have no idea, but we will never know. But we've got Champion Reaver's general being broken here. Why did Dunland send in his general? What was he thinking? It's just not a fight he needs to be in. This is just what the defenders wanted, was to commit their general in. What fools! The Rivermen now helping to just get this kill count up for the attackers. But these wars are probably just ripping through them right now. They're getting so many kills. Well, they're losing actually. They are losing this fight. We've got shipmen in here. They're doing their bit, flanking on around. Wards Aruna is still probably doing a decent job here, killing many shipmen. But eventually, maybe they will kill these Wards Aruna off. Maybe not though. They've just got even. Oh, I don't know. The dwarves seem like they're struggling over here against two shock infantry units, getting pinned back, but they are killing these Dunland Chosen off. It's an interesting one. Yeah, the Reviling Regents now being dealt with. We now have the pole arms just blocking their entire path. They're going to need to use whatever archer armor they have left, the attackers, on the pole arms. If they can kill these pole arms off, they're in business. More shock infantry coming up. Pole arms losing here as well. I think it's because they're trying to pull through the combat. Oh, and there you go. Yeah, we kind of missed that charge, but Wards Aruna here cutting down these Erebor halberdiers. Look at that, losing decisively.
The men are broken and running for their lives.
Erebor halberdiers starting to die pretty quickly. They're going to need to get some more troops up here. I mean, they've got the Manchu claims ready for like a backstop. They're ready here. We've got Rivermen as well retreating. So if all fails, like this force here looks like it's all going to die. There's a lot of defenders as well. I mean, it's now 15,000 versus 19,000. The attackers did a really good job. They have turned it around. They were outnumbered, and now they are outnumbering the defenders once again. And look at that Manchu claims. They look like they're going to go down and fight. They're not going to try and defend it like in that new choke point. They're just not interested. Here we go. Manchu claimers going in against Wards Aruna. I mean, the Manchu claimers should win this fight, but will they win another? I'm not so sure. These Wards Aruna are going to be tough to kill. You can see, look at that, rank on rank of Loki Rim archers, it seems, waiting to go in, and barracks. And we have got artillery now firing. I think it's trying to focus down the Manchu claimers, who are dropping. 94, 93. They're dropping quicker than I expected. Look at that, losing slightly. Not a good sign at all. For a unit that's so expensive, it kind of sucks a little bit, the Manchu claimers. I find in most battles it seems to do pretty poorly. It also doesn't help that it's getting shot by artillery, but I mean, there you go. We've got shipmen coming in. Why these guys haven't been sent in first, I have no idea. Still over here, Dunland not doing anything, still being patient. I mean, it's been just dealt with by having one late town guard here. As long as they have no archers, well, they have minimal archers, I guess. I don't think they can break through. I don't think they can break through while they have a pole arm just in that choke point. As you can see here, these spears now being surrounded. So this is going to open up this way as well. More troops being able to get in. These watchpost sentries, don't know what's hit them. It's just been attacked by Wildman in the front and then the elite Eastman in the back. Oh, actually, no, it's not. It's just through the front. I thought they were getting surrounded. I don't know why they didn't just surround them. Would have broken these guys much quicker. It looks like they're just going to break through anyway. The shock infantry, the Blood Avengers, just doing a number on these spears, as they should. Spears should just be beaten by shock anyway. And I mean, these are elite shock infantry. So doing a good job here. Crossbows here getting caught out. These crossbows here trying to just focus down these barracks. It's like they're doing an okay job, you know. Firing at close, point blank range. And the Cavs now trying to stop some charges here. We've got Walls of Ruin being stopped in their tracks. They're wavering now. More and more has to be sent down, though. I mean, they could now get this cavalry out behind. They can go for these archers. It's a bit of a risk, but I'd certainly maybe go for this one here. This Dunland archer here on its own. Take this one out. Certainly be a good opportunity to go for. Maybe they're going to go for rear charge on the infantry here. Who knows? So, yep, rear charge on the infantry. It's a risk. It's a big risk. Because now there's so many archers who can just focus on this cav unit. If they can kill this, then they're in a really good position. Yeah, you can see Refinery is getting chopped down now by archers. Down to 40, I'm sure that'll drop even more. But they are trying to break all this infantry here. If they can do that, they're in a really good position, I think, are the defenders. Maybe a sacrifice worth taking. It seems like the Ravani regions are just trying to get out of there now. And they're losing a lot of men. They kind of pulled through a combat and, well, I pulled back through, like, fighting units. And they did, in fact, get, like, down to, like, nothing. They are, like, what, 16, 15, probably dropping still. Getting shot as well. Not a good mix. You can see Dalian swords now pushing forward. They want to catch out these Locurium halberdiers. They nearly did. They should have carried on. These halberds are starting to turn around. Now that they've formed up, they are pretty safe and sound, and they're winning that fight nicely. And it also helps that Dunland is just shooting them like Dale in the back. And now we can see Erebor fire his crossbows. He's going to try and deal with these halberds. It's not a bad idea. But you can see the defenders just about held on there. Just about. They've not got much left. There's a general pretty banged up. I mean, we've got some swords here that are still looking really rough. Archers as well. With little ammo and little men in them. Not good, but I mean the attackers don't really have anything left themselves. They have one polearm and a lot of archers. I mean these archers, I mean I was going to say they're mainly Eastling ones, but they're not. They're all Dunlands. So that's going to be interesting. Dunland also has a lot of troops over here, but they are also kind of like being, not pinned down, but they're being dealt with by just being over here against polearms. And it seems like there was someone not complaining, but commenting, saying that like Dale recently, when we've seen it in like replays, has not done so great. We maybe there are some Dale doing just quite fine. Dale's like done a really good job today. And people are saying that Dale's one of the weaker factions. I think Dale's a pretty strong faction if it's used correctly. I think it's got a pretty overall pretty good roster. But you just got to use it correctly. Just got to use them correctly. Got Javi's coming in again. Rivermen doing their best to thin out these halberdiers. You see the shipmen as well flanking around, trying to also just try and get around the halberd formation. See, they're doing a good job. Yeah, they're all wavering here. Look at this. And with obviously no generals for the attackers, they are at risk of just chain routing at any random point. It looks like we're about to see this happen. These halberds again really struggling. I mean, they're beating the Manchu claimers as expected, but they are getting flanked with the shipmen. So, I mean, they could just break at any moment. And suddenly they just need to gun them down with crossbows. And they'll be fine. They'll break them up. Or they'll just gun them. There you go. Look at that. Breaking it. 69 men. Now we just got Dunherd's, like, Dunland's archers in some places. I mean, will these men move? I don't know. These could just chain route. These guys could just chain route. I mean, I wouldn't attack this. This is a suicide. Even if it is shipmen. Or shipmen and then you got Lake Town on guard. A pretty nasty mix. But as you can see, you've now got Dale pushing down the hill. And he's going for these archers. I feel like you've got to be careful with this. Because the archers could just focus you from 3 different directions and kill you. We've still got Ravanian Regents here alive. 7 of these brave horsemen. They're going to get stopped in their tracks. Look at this. 2. And then there was 1. Oh, jeez. They got murdered. But it has also given these shipmen time to get down and get a distraction. But I feel like they're just going to get gunned down now. Look at this. They're going to try and retreat. Get shot in the back. Lose a lot of men and die. This is a real shame. But that is like most of the siege. I'm just going to fast forward now because it seems like I don't know what's happening now. It's kind of a bit of a chess game. Who's going to make the next move? Everyone's got very little left and no one wants to really risk anything. Like the attackers have a lot of archers, defenders have a lot of infantry, and no cav to run down these archers. But there you go. Look at this. Dale's general getting focused down as well. Violent guards come down. I'm not surprised they're not moving these archers, just trying to keep them out of infantry range. But there you go. There you go. They're in combat. This was Science's archers once before. Look at this, archers firing into the back lines of these violent guards, still not able to break them. Looks like the artillery crew is long gone. Dunland archers, oh no, the artillery crew is still here, it's still doing its thing. Dunland archers are getting cut down, these violent guards taking heavy casualties and are losing. Look at that, I mean actually were losing and then they're winning slightly. It's a bit of a roller coaster. And they're going to get rear charged now by Dunland archers, and I don't know if that'll change really the combat. Don't know. There you go, you got Rivermen now coming in. They're going to try and just surround troops. Don't think like these Rivermen are going to get many kills. You can see you got Marksman Dale trying to silence his low cream archers as well. And you've got the violent guards here surrounding Dunland archers now that they've routed one Dunland archer. They're going to try and rout the other one. Close. Give it that. It is close. What have we got here? Dunland swords pushing forward. And we now have an attack on this side. Look at this. We've got the pole arms here of Dale pushing forward. They've sent forward their Lake Town guards. Shipmen coming forward as well. These pole arms are losing. This is just going the right way for Dunland right now. Like this is the only thing that was getting in the way of possible victory on this flank. I mean, everything else right now is pushed down here for the defenders. I mean, they are going to win, but then it's whether they can win in time. Because I mean, these guys could, like with the Blood Avengers here, they could maybe rip through these shipmen. Then it's just crossbows, and then into the cap point. It's going to be very close. Like it's like going to be a race against time. Who can win first? These Dunland archers though are starting to waver already, which is a little bit concerning. Oh, I maybe jinxed it. I have a feeling I may have jinxed it. These guys. I mean, these Loki are in may kill this general. So they can pin down everything for long enough. They have broken those Dunland archers. What are the numbers now? 500 versus 400. The defenders have taken the advantage in numbers once again. And the pole arms are now okay, but it's the shipmen are now losing. Pole arms are kind of reformed up. They're looking okay. Yeah, the Blood Avengers going in. They're certainly cutting down the shipmen. Shipman's still losing though. We're coming to the last few minutes of this game, and it could go either way right now. Dunland swords though, they're flanking around. They're trying to do a sneaky little flank here, trying to get in behind and get these crossbows. That's kind of okay. I feel like they've not really pulled through there. They kind of, well, this bit might, but you can see what they're trying to do. And look at that, both these units losing now. They've got to hope that they can break them quickly enough. And I mean, Dale and the dwarves need to rush these troops up here. They have just about just beaten these local in, but now they need to rush what remains all the way up this hill and try and hope that they can defeat Dunland before Dunland defeats them. These crossbows are firing to the back of these Dunland swords, so they cannot miss. Like, every single guy at the back here is just getting gunned down. Look at this. If you're at the back of this formation, you're getting chopped up. We could go either way. Lake Town Guards on the waiver. And so the Dunland swords here. Oh, it's very close. 200 versus 300. Shipman losing decisively. Lake Town Guard breaking. And you can see that these Dunland swords are trying to rush in there and silence these crossbows so that they their comrades can just break. Yeah, look at this. They're breaking the Shipman. Oh, it's going to be close. It's going to be really, really close. Lake Town Guard has rallied. They need to send them back into the fight. Try and slow down these guys. I hope that the reinforcements coming from Dale and the dwarves is going to be enough. I don't know. Those Blood Avengers are pretty healthy. 82 of them left, and that's what I'm really worried about when it comes to the attackers. You can see they flanked around again, breaking these Lake Town Guard. They need to be careful. They don't want to pull through these crossbows. A, because it'll be scummy, and also they'll lose a lot of unnecessary men. And Dunland's doing this all with no general. You've got to remember that. Dunland's doing this all with no general. They are rushing for the point right now. You can see the Rivermen on their way. We've got Violent Guards. The only thing I think they could maybe stop them, they're going to have to hope. Hit and hope. And these crossbows had a chance. They need to get these guys really out there. They should keep retreating them. And retreating them until they can get good shots on these Blood Avengers, because they are the only things I can see that are going to have a chance of stopping them. But yeah, this is going to be really, really close. The Dwarven crossbows, though, they're pretty handy. They are losing this fight, the crossbows. The silver chevron, jeez. I don't know if they've given them or they've earned that, but that is impressive. That is impressive. I mean, what these dwarves got? They got, maybe they got given it because these mansion claimers have got a silver chevron. But I'm not sure. Men are wavering, and I'm not surprised. I mean, these Blood Avengers is going to get sent. It's just been offered up some Rivermen to kill. I don't feel like they're going to do too great at these Rivermen. They should have been at least used to maybe flank you, and you should have like held them back. They can't just send their army in drips and drabs. So they only have their generals left now. Oh, it is close. Look at this balance power shifting even more. It's like 140. It's dropping as well against 200. Oh, it's close. If they'd held on and just like... You could use this Riverman to flank around, but I mean, it's going to be tough now. These Blood Avengers are elite. I mean, these Dunland swords are trained. They're okay, though. They are shaken, though. I mean, this one's confident. General dead. These guys are eager. They're shaken. It's going to be... I honestly think it's going to come down to morale, and I feel like the attackers have it a little bit more. And also numbers. Like, both these sides could just break because of army losses, but as you can see, the forces of evil have taken the victory point. Now Dunland's going in against some Mansion Claimers. I mean, the Mansion Claimers might be able to still win this fight. They can fight to the last man almost, but they are losing. That's not a good sign. Now they're going in against Blood Avengers. But as you can see, they have a free unit, does Dunland, so they can just flank around and they can deal a pretty nasty blow to this Dalian general, who's now losing decisively. And this is going to be the end. It seems like Dale and the dwarves cannot hold on. And there you go, the general is gone, he's broken for the dwarves, and that is going to be the battle as the Dalian general breaks as well. So we'll end the replay and have a quick look at the end results. But yeah, this one was sent in by Karpov, who was playing as the dwarves. He did a really, really good job. And he was joined by Zahn, who was playing as Dale. So yeah, I mean, Zahn did a really, really good job playing as them. But I mean, we'll quickly have a look at like Karpov's kills. Got 170 with his managed claim, it's not too shabby. 184 kills with his Warriors of the Red Mountains. 204 with his Erebor Axe Warriors. 251 with another. But I'm sure these were the ones that were holding in the initial choke point for so long. 152 kills with Halberdiers, not too bad. His crossbows, 324 kills, really well done. A shame his other archers could not do so great. Then we've got Zahn, who's playing as Dale, 183 kills with his Vineland Guards. 131 with his Dalian Swords, the best one here. Shipman, 181. His polearms getting 68 kills, and his archers getting 107, and his cav getting 232. Then we have President John F. Kennedy, who was playing as the Dunlanding tribes. 70 kills with his general, 127 with his Dunland Swords, 169 with another, 216 with this one, really well done. He's done with his infantry. 137 with his Dunland Chosen, and then his Blood Avengers, 337 kills. Oh boy, they did well. 175 kills with his archers as well, is not too shabby. Then we have Replica Rider playing as the Eastlings. Got 243 kills with his Varag Warriors, very good. None of his Loikirim even managed to get 100 kills, which is kind of a shock. His Warlords are wounded really well. I mean, all of them getting over 150, but this one getting 440 kills. Really, really well done. His Archers getting 229 kills. His Polearms nearly getting 100 kills, not too bad. And his Varag Lancer getting 68. It's a little bit disappointing, possibly. But there you go, guys. That is today's Siege Battle. I hope you did enjoy. If you did, do remember to leave a like, subscribe if you're around here, and a comment to show your support. And until next time, I will see you in the next one. Bye for now.